Does investing just $5 a day into the stock market really enough to make a meaningful impact to your overall wealth building process? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be going over my 79-day update of investing $5 on every single trading day into Vanguard's VTI. When you start out, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to try to discourage you from investing in the market, especially if you tell them that you're only investing $5 a day or $10 a day. But what we're going to do starting right now is we're going to start blocking those people out. We're not going to listen to what anybody that's sitting on the sidelines is saying, especially when we're in wealth building mode. Now, true, when we first start investing in the market, $5 a day is not going to make us wealthy, but that's never been the goal. The goal has always been to show people how to get started with investing in the stock market with only having a little bit of money, because there's this myth out there, especially in the community where I'm from, is that if you don't have a lot of money to get started with investing, then it's not worth it. But guess what? That's a lie. The stock market is one of the best ways to get started with investing because it has one of the lowest barriers of entry. And we're proving that in this investment challenge by being able to invest just $5 on every single trading day. We're not worried about when the market is closed on the weekends or on holidays. We're only focused on days when the stock market is open. So far in 2026, I've invested $395. And the best part about that is I don't even have to go in and take that action every single day. My account is set up to automatically go into these investments every single day, make that purchase while I just kind of invest and chill. All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at how my investment has been performing for me over the last 79 days. So right now, my account is up $17.95, and that equates to 4.61%. Not too bad by just investing $395 or $5 on every single trading day. And so far on the day, my account is down 46 cents, and that equates to negative 0.11%. So not a lot, very small movement on the day. We have a total market value in my account of $407.83, and I have a total cost of $389.88. Now, I have invested $395, but whenever your account goes in every single day, sometimes you get filled at different price points. So it could have been $4.79, $4.89, whatever it may be. But we still have it set up to invest for $5, and we just kind of let it do its thing. And then the average price that I've been able to purchase shares of VTI at, $336.17. And I have a total quantity of 1.159 shares, so almost 1.2 shares of VTI. And the position ratio is 3.47%. This is the fourth index fund that I've invested in this particular portfolio. I do invest in 3 other funds in this Webull portfolio, and you can check out those daily updates. I'll leave a link down in the description below. And then the last price that I was able to purchase shares of VTI at, $351.65. Now, guys, I told you, I just let my account go in every single day and make these purchases. And as you can see right here on the screen, it's just going in on every single day. It's making that purchase around 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I don't even have to do anything. So the excuse of not remembering to invest is off the table. Now, just remember, you don't have to go in and invest daily. I'm doing that for this channel just to see how those small daily investments can grow over a long period of time. But you can go in weekly, you can go in every 2 weeks, or you can go in monthly. The point is to just be consistent with your investments, and then you'll start to see your account grow. All right, now let's go ahead. Let's take a look at just VTI in general. So on the day, we opened at $351.89. And as of right now, we're sitting at $351.56. So a little bit of movement right there in the market. We have a 52-week high right there in the middle column, 352.39. So right now we're trading almost at the 52-week high. This is a price that has fluctuated over the past few weeks, especially with all the conflict going on in the Middle East. And then you're starting to see the cost of oil increase, which impacts the entire stock market whenever that happens. And then if you take a look below that, we have a 52-week low, $247.02. So when we're investing every single day, or when we're investing every single week, we are going to have instances where we're purchasing near the 52-week high, which is what we're doing right now, and some instances when we're purchasing during the 52-week low. Well, Clarence, why are you investing in the stock market when it's almost at its all-time high? Well, guess what? We can't time the market. We want time in the market instead of trying to time the market. So again, this goes back to all the people that sit on the sidelines. They don't invest. They have tons of information, tons of advice that they want to give to us, but we're going to block those people out. We're going to stay focused. We're going to stay patient, and we're going to stay committed to the goal of building wealth by investing every single month, every single week, or every single day into the market. Now let's go ahead. Let's take a look at a monthly candlestick chart here. Sometimes I show you guys a weekly chart. Sometimes I show you a yearly chart, but today I want to take a look at a monthly chart so we could just see how VTI has been moving. If you take a look at this chart right here, you'll see that we started to move up, we moved down, and then we've just continued to move up. I have been one of those people that continues to think that we have to pull back at some point, right? The market has to actually correct and pull back down to a territory to where we can have a little bit of a recovery. But every time it seems like we're about to pull back, we bounce and then we hit all-time highs. So that is the main reason why I'm not trying to time the market. And I just want to be in the market, because you never know where this market is going to go. It's often extremely unpredictable and often at times extremely volatile as well. We just want to stay in, and then we can catch those moves whenever they happen. Really quickly, I'm going to touch on dividends. I've only been investing in VTI since January 1st of 2026. It's the brand new $5 a day investment challenge that I started this year that hopefully you guys have joined. Hopefully you join, right? But I've only received one dividend so far in the amount of 86 cents. So not a lot by way of dividends. We're just getting out of the gate with this investment, but we're going to see what it looks like over the course of 2026 and then of course into 2027. All right, so now we're going to take a look at some of the comments that you guys left on my last VTI update video. The very first one that I'll read here is: started an automatic transfer from my bank to Fidelity every payday of $250 and set an auto investment into VTI. That's about $500 a month. My Roth for 2025 and 2026 are already maxed, so this is into a TBA. Only thing I wish I did was start this 10 years ago. Look, man, I love this, right? I love seeing comments where people are starting to get invested into the market. And more importantly, I love it when people actually set up these auto investments, because it takes that excuse off the table that they forgot to invest or they didn't remember to invest. It's automatically happening in the background. And just like your 401k at your job, whenever it starts to automatically come out of your check before it hits your account, you don't miss it. You start to account for that money not being there. All right, the next comment here is: I DCA'd into VTI for a little over 3 years, getting to 35 shares. Hey, shout out to you, 35 shares into VTI. That's a nice little investment that you have there. How much were you DCAing into this position? Were you doing it daily, weekly, monthly? Leave a comment and let me know. Next comment: 70 days in the books for my VTI journey. Currently at $20 a day, but we'll bump it up this coming Monday to $25 as I got a 3.5% raise at work. I'm excited to see this bad boy push through. Yo, shout out to you too. I mean, it sounds like you just started investing with me at the top of the year and you're staying consistent. And the fact that you took your 3.5% raise or a portion of that and diverted that into investing lets me know that you're serious about building wealth. So shout out to you. And then the next comment that I'll read here is: definitely invested in chilling. I like that, invest and chill. I wish I had more to invest. There's a huge sale going on. So now I'm seeing that VGT is having a 1-for-8 split. I'm definitely going to be talking about that in a future video. Wow, it'll be about $87 a share. Look, everything was on sale about a month ago. And that's what I keep telling everyone. These markets fluctuate and there's so much volatility that we can't time the market. But whenever you're in the market and you're dollar cost averaging and you're being consistent, you're able to catch some of those big moves to the downside, but you're also going to be purchasing some when it's on the upside as well. So shout out to you. And VGT being at $87 about a month ago, it's not at that price point right now, but I'm hopeful that you were able to actually grab some right after that split. So that's my 79-day investment update in the Vanguard's VTI. As you can see, I'm staying locked in and staying extremely focused on adding to my overall net worth. My question for you is, have you got off the sidelines and have you started investing? And if so, what are you investing in? How often are you investing in that? And what does your overall account look like right now?